Lux fidelis inter omnes,
Dear friends, the Church is rejoicing today, and full of love and with gratitude, she thanks Jesus Christ, her divine spouse, for these two tremendous gifts he has left her, the Eucharist and the Catholic priesthood. You know, it is a great source of joy for us priests to know how much you love these two sacraments and the appreciation you have for them. You love the priesthood. We know that. We know that during this time of COVID-19, we have had the chance to experience how much you care for us priests, making sure that we stay safe, that we have all we need. And you also love the Eucharist. We also have received notices of how much you missed the Eucharist. That is a very good sign, and Jesus is very consoled by your desires. I would like to suggest today for your meditation the hymn Adoro Te Devote. You can find a link to it in the description below. This beautiful hymn was composed by St. Thomas Aquinas, and in one of his verses, he calls Jesus Pie Pelicane, loving pelican. In the past, it was thought that the mother pelican would wound herself by piercing her own breast with her beak in order to feed her baby pelicans with her blood and flesh. Moreover, the ancient thought that the pelican would do this when her chicks of pelican died, in this way bringing them back to life. Jesus is our loving pelican who, on the altar of the cross, pierced his own side and fed us with his flesh and blood in order to give us eternal life. And he didn't do this just once, but he left us the Eucharist, in which we find not only his flesh and blood, but his soul, his divinity, the source of life. I know you will say, but today, the day of the institution of the Eucharist, I won't be able to receive him, and thus to receive that divine life. Well, you're right, but remember that by doing a fervent spiritual communion, full of faith and love, you are able to receive the same fruits of grace than by receiving him in the sacrament, if you do it with faith and love. Second, live today from the previous communions you have received. All those times in which you received Jesus with faith and with love, you received an amount of divine life and grace, which is your nurture for this time of famine. Unite yourself to the joy of the Church. Thanks Jesus Christ for these beautiful gifts we have, and try to enkindle your desire of receiving him soon in the Eucharist. May God bless you.